profiling
saying that.
And racially profiling that process as you move forward. Because I know in Cincinnati they had a big thing back in 2001 where racial profiling was huge, and they actually launched a whole lawsuit which had implemented something called the collaborative agreement, where police officers and the relationship between law enforcement and the people of Cincinnati, they would take a itinerary. They would start to follow how many times certain cars would be pulled over, which is a great system to track, because if you do have officers that are only pulling over this type of vehicle, and this type of person, just because they drive by and say, "Oh, smack, big rims, loud car system," I know it's gonna be some drugs or guns in the back. Then it did slow down and stop a bunch of that foolishness in the process.
Let me say this before we wrap. I consciously think of that when I pull someone over.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say if I pull over 3 cars, and the first 3 cars I pull, they all black people. And let's say I roll them a warning.
Right.
The next couple cars I pull that's white, I make sure I add a warning on it, because I don't want to make it look like I'm giving these black people warnings and but writing these white people tickets.
Right.
Same way, opposite. If I write a bunch of white people warnings, I make sure I kind of do the same thing with the black people, make sure kind of even it out and raise. Because mentally, I'm thinking maybe my superior looking at how many black people he's writing up, how many white people he's writing.
And it can't come up because I've been realizing that those people do pull open records requests and find out what you've done. And they get to that point, they'll say, "Well, he's done this, and you done this and done this," and they put it against you.
Right. And I consciously, even if I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm not. But I consciously think about stuff like that.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want nobody seeing like, "Hey man, you write more white people tickets than black people. What's up with that?"
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But being on the state police and you're on the interstate, how many, when you see loads, when you see people get with big dope, is it the cars with the big rims and the stereos that they catch?
Nah, bro, it be the raggedy cars, man.
Right.
It be the rag. Dude, let me tell you a trip, right? We got y'all have interdiction?
Yeah.
So I was out there backing up an interdiction guy. So it's 2 years ago on I-95. He had an old couple.
Right.
Old couple driving a minivan. I'm like, back in my head, I'm like, what are you buying these old people for? They bought the dog out. They pulled the bags out under the tire. Dope.
Under the tire.
Under the tire.
Yeah.
The spare tire is dope.
Right. So I've been a task force officer most of my life.
Right.
And I tell folks when they get to talking that dumb shit about, "Oh, they got the load," I'm like, nah. They ain't got the load.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you can smell the marijuana, that ain't got the load.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's some stanky danky, they ain't got the load.
Yeah.
Right.
And I tell them all the time to quit looking at that. You think you know police and you think you know how to interdict. You don't.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it'd be the old folks with the minivan.
Right.
It'd be the couple, in a Toyota Seneca. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is. That's where you get the dope from.
Right.
So that bullshit, they get off TV. You know what I'm saying? That's at the TV cops.